of the main advantages of making dressings in a blender or food processor is that it allows for the addition of solid ingredients. They're also very quick to prepare and ideal for making larger quantities. In this video, I'm going to demonstrate a basic blender dressing using additional spring onions and sweet peppers. And later on in the video, I'll be giving you some ideas of other ingredients that you can add to make exciting new dressings to liven up your salads. Other essential ingredients you'll need are oil and vinegar or lemon juice, and salt. But as with most dressings, it's best to use as good a quality of olive oil as you can afford, and where the vinegar is concerned, a good quality wine vinegar or cider vinegar makes a very nice change. Under normal circumstances, if you were making a dressing by hand, the ratio would be 1 part vinegar or lemon juice to 3 parts oil. But when you're making a blender dressing, because you'll be adding more liquid in the form of the onion or vegetables that you'll be pureeing down, the ratio slightly changes. So you'll actually need 1 part vinegar or lemon juice to 4 parts olive oil. Start by adding whatever solid ingredients you're going to be using to the blender, just roughly chopped. And it's important to add the salt at this stage, because if you add it after you've added the oil or at the same time, you'll find that it won't dissolve properly. However, putting it in with the chopped ingredients and the vinegar or lemon juice, whichever you prefer to use, once it's pulsed up, the salt will dissolve. So pop the lid on and process until it's smooth. Depending on how much mixture you're making and how large your food processor or blender is, you may have to stop halfway through and just give it a little bit of a mix. But do make sure that your fingers aren't anywhere near the controls. Once it's relatively smooth, remove the lid and add any other flavourings that you fancy. I'm going to add a little bit of honey, just to sweeten it up a little. And as I like my dressings to have a bit of a kick, I'm going to add some red pepper sauce. And this is the beauty of blender dressings. You can actually add whatever takes your fancy. Pop the lid back on and remove the top bit from the blender so that you have the free hole, because you're going to add the olive oil in a steady stream, a little bit like making mayonnaise, but not so precise. So start your machine running, that's all well blended, transfer to a serving jug and drizzle over salad. The ingredients and seasonings you can use in blender dressings is almost endless, and really you're only limited by your own imagination. As well as the usual peppers or onions and celery, you could try something a little more exotic, such as avocado or grated ginger. You can even add fruit, especially if they're very ripe. Bananas are a great addition, and fruit such as pears, grapes, plums, and even strawberries can add a wonderful sweetness as well as a little more acidity. There are lots of other flavourings you can try, such as anchovies, olives and capers, plus loads of seasonings including paprika, even curry powder and chilli sauce. Or for more subtle seasonings, try fresh herbs such as parsley, chives, coriander, mint or rosemary. Other excellent additions include honey, soy sauce, Worcestershire sauce, hot pepper sauce, or even a dash of toasted sesame oil. And lastly, you can also make smooth, creamy dressings in your blender with the addition of mayonnaise, natural yoghurt, or finely grated Parmesan cheese.